As a journalist, I'm all for objectivity. I think if it's 5 people who died, you have to say 5 people. You have to always give 2 points of view. If you talk to a Republican, you have to talk to a Democrat, and you have to present always 2 points of view. Now, having said that, sometimes as a reporter, you cannot be neutral. Sometimes you take sides, and you have to take sides. Sometimes neutrality is just for referees in a football game. How can you interview a dictator and not confront him? You can't do that. And it's not the same when you talk to a dictator as when you talk to a victim of his dictatorship. So as a reporter, in that way, in that moment, you are taking sides. And you can pretend that you're being balanced. But at the end, I think journalism is really a way of creating social justice. And in the case of Elian Gonzalez, we were talking about a boy who had fled with his mom from Cuba to the United States. His mom had drowned, and then there was a conflict between the US and Cuba trying to have custody of the kid. It was an incredibly complicated story because the father was asking for Elian Gonzalez to go back to Cuba, and Fidel Castro, the dictator, and President Clinton were fighting on exactly what to do. At the end, we all know Elian Gonzalez went back to Cuba. But in that reporting, you have to say that the little boy was coming from a dictatorship. And that, regardless of what you think of the political situation, that gives the viewer a different perspective. And just by avoiding the name dictator for Fidel Castro, or just by saying dictator for Fidel Castro, it gives the audience a very different perspective. Some reporters try to avoid the fact that Fidel Castro was a dictator, but I thought that that was the only way to truly present the whole story.